Okay. Live. I love this music. Music is really important. Man. It's free copyrighted. Like, huh? No copyright music. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This is beautiful music. Damn. Hey, it's possible we move past money, as the next currency, honestly. Because money is used to trade scarce things. Makes sense. If there's an infinite amount of living space, transportation, food, like as in it becomes trivial to make. What's the point of having money? Did you want to have like more food than everyone else? Did you want to have a bigger house than everyone else? Like if you can agree that you don't need these things, that everyone's kind of content with just living with some amount, then competition can move to the next level. Yeah? Like the reason why we have money like the way we have now is just because what is it? What's the number one thing for money? It's got to be living space, right? I mean, for me it is, right? Living space. Um, it's also used to for slavery by wages. Someone's gonna be your bitch because you can, like when you work for someone. Why does it feel wrong to me? Not wrong, but like I don't feel comfortable with it. It's because the guy you work for, the company you work for, now has leverage over you. They're not paying for your house, car. Don't matter how much. I mean, just what the dynamic exists like that. Because you don't want to lose your house, your car, your medicine. You have to listen to whatever the hell they say. Now, let me ask you this: what if you didn't need the house and the car and the medicine? Seriously, you don't think doctors are out there to make you sicker sometimes? I tell you what, I went to a doctor once for my acne. She just made it worse and worse and worse and worse. Guess who profits? Pharmaceuticals and my doctor. You know what you need to cure acne? A healthy diet. I kid you not. Every time I ate well, like I don't eat out anymore. I think it was a lot of like every time I eat like a lot of high calorie, high fructose corn syrup stuff, pimples pop out. You don't eat that stuff. Right now, I've gone like about 6 months without eating out. I cook my own food. I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but this is just a fact. I cook my own food 3 times a day. That's a lot of cooked foods, and I love it. Do you know how like when you go out to eat, you finish eating, it's like you feel like like unbalanced after? All part of the cycle of modern life. 9 to 5 work, in the middle have a lunch break, go home. You know what's better? You live by your own terms. That's what I do right now. I live by my own terms. Well, it sounds like I'm bragging. I hope everyone else does it too. Honestly, live by your own terms. I mean, like, just don't let other people bother you unless you want them to. You know? I think modern, like, it's probably modernization, I'm guessing, that brought this on us, the Industrial Revolution. But as AI and robots get better, people will still fight over control, who gets what. This is how humans work. But I can't see how the standard of living just generally just goes up, like in general, right? For sure. I need a better keyboard. I need to type better. Too used to the split now. I can't stand these old style ones. Oh, I should bring my IBM keyboard in here. It's pretty good. I'll do that later. It's the clickety clack ones, eh? I love those keyboards. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that right now. What? I don't know where I put it. Wait. It's unacceptable. Hold on a second. I got it. The buckling spring. Look, I've had a long history of being really picky about the keyboards. The mice, not so much. Keyboard, and especially the display. Now I know why. Because these are basically your I/O devices for the digital world, honestly. Quite frankly, I did not know what the digital world really entailed, honestly, until now. Even being a computer scientist, I didn't really quite get the extent of it. Now I think I do. I think I do. I'm not gonna say I do. I think I do. Um, let's try this one. See how this goes. This is a very rare item. I got a Unicomp Model M replica. It's a replica. It's not really the real thing. Let's see. I have no USB ports free anymore. Jesus. Show you that. There we go. Yo. Oh yeah, baby. We laugh with this one. Okay. The Unicomp. Can I get this in a relaxed position? Let's see if I can type like the old days when I was younger. It's one of my favorite keyboards of all time. The Model M. So standing. Okay. So I don't type any better with this one. I think, what did I autocorrect? Seriously, don't you have autocorrects? Come on, man. Oh, wait. It does, doesn't it? No? No? This is one of the best, like, notepads ever, though. Oh, do that. Can't you autocorrect it, though? Shit. It's okay. For sure, standard of living goes up. Because dumb jobs go away. That's for sure. Oh. For like xcode 26, it's huge. You're basically looking at, the .md file as a coding language, pseudocode. Ah, it does correct. Very nice. Pseudocode. Natural English pseudocode. That's what it is. You still... Okay, so one thought came to mind was... There's an era, if you remember this, where, Oh, is there like natural... Is there like an input thing for audio? Doesn't... Not obvious to me. Yeah, you know what's funny? Even my friend Galen couldn't find it, and he's very tech savvy. Like, there should be like a... Man, the input... Is it Windows H? Can you listen to me? Oh, are you using the wrong mic, aren't you? Can you... Setting. Delete that. It's using the wrong mic. Doesn't matter. Pretty shitty, huh? Honestly, I think people pay money for like a really like long battery pocket recorder. You charge it once every week, and all it ever does is just translate your fucking text to like this computer. You have a hold it down and talk, and then you know how people use that before. Imagine that, huh? That could be worth something. You had robust technology behind it. I should ask Charlie about that. Like when you design something now in the world, you need to okay, if you have like a I'll give you an example. When you describe something you want to make in source code, well, even if you try to just describe it in English, it takes a huge chunk of your like up to here, like up to here, like you have to write 30 lines. Honestly, if you want to describe anything, now in 30 lines, how much can you write? How much can you describe? Okay, try writing a game in 30 lines. I dare you. Anything? I got it. It's my game. But feed it to the AI and ask it. Don't ask it to implement. Ask it, what am I missing? And you soon will realize your tree stump with 3 branches goes to like 15. And then those 15 go to like 300. And those 300 go to like 2,000. And you have to deal with all 2,000. Either you or the AI has to decide all those 2,000 details, all because you specified 30 things. Yeah? Get it? This is where people, the plebs, who have ideas about how they want to make shit, it falls apart because even I feel that way. I thought I was pretty descriptive in what I wanted, and then, oh no, what happens when 2 things collide like that? Oh, I didn't think about that. Or like when it goes off screen, do you want to just spawn? Oh, I didn't think about that either. You know? You say retract the fishing line. Well, how fast do you want it? Oh, I didn't think about that either. You didn't specify. So a lot of things are assumed. You see, that you have all these assumptions. When you imagine things, you have a lot of assumptions that are already made. It's like half formed. And when someone asks you about it, like you target that neuronal space, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's kind of like just vaguely there. It's like fuzzy. Humans are fuzzy this way. They're not clear. Hey, I tell you what, if people were not fuzzy about shit, relationship would not break down like the way they do now. They often break down because of misunderstandings, honestly. People are just fuzzy about stuff all the time. That's what makes humans human. Open to interpretation, isn't it? So, if, as I'm practicing to code with the AI, at the same time I feel there's more clarity of thought, generally speaking, about everything. Pacing I still have a problem with. Caffeine will just drive this over to the edges. But I do get a sense of clarity on things. Like you can map the clarity. I can map the clarity I get from dealing with computers onto the real world now. Because it used to be in my mind the real world, that is the world, the girls, and the digital world, the world where girls just frown upon. Oh, you're a computer guy. Disappointed look. And men just, jerk off to digital visualizations of porn. They operated under fundamentally different rules, but they don't. As I discussed in yesterday's video, the universe, the one we live in, is simply a continuous, nearly infinite sampling rate of, let's say, I don't know, Path of Exile. It is. Just that it has more rules, and a sampling rate is a lot larger. A lot larger. But it's still constrained to the same kind of rules. Kind of. Does that make any sense? So the same logic principles that apply within a computer also apply without fail in the real world. And that is fantastic, because it means that once you establish the basic workings of the universe and you are honest with them, then there are still surprises. It's just there's less misunderstanding. And to me, that is a noble pursuit, because in what world do we want to have more misunderstandings? I mean, it's comical. If you want to have comedy, like you want to have like a comedy show or it's often based off misunderstandings. Look at Friends. You know that show? If you look at it carefully, if you unpack it, they often drive the comedy engine with misunderstanding, expectations, false expectations. Like basically, yeah, misunderstandings. Okay? Without the misunderstanding, there's no humor. It's really weird. Like it's hard to create the humor. So, how do I put this? It's like I can finally bring the clarity of thought. Oh, like quantization is not just something that we use in MIDI files and like music. This is the fundamental signal theory of the universe, right? The pixel art we are so fond of. You know why pixel art is so great? It's because it's a really rough approximation of the world. Like when you digitize the world, it becomes like pixelized, right? And then coarse pixelization. Now the mind fills in the blanks. And I believe the beauty comes from our desire to fill in the blanks. People love to fill in the blanks. I think that when I look at all the movies I like and I ask GPT why it's so good, often a recurring theme is that they have a certain level of imperfection that's actually baked in. So, because they said that when people see perfect, like absolutely perfect things, they look synthetic, machine-like, and human mind discards it as cold and uninteresting. There's nothing left to do. But when there is like a little bit of an imperfection, like people just get drawn to it. You know what I mean? Like that's why like imperfections are beauty. It is. It's like it's weird. It's like I don't know. I can't describe it. It's like that thing that people focus on because that is precisely the thing that needs to be focused on. Oh man, I can't explain it. It's like my wife. My wife, if she never smiles, looks like an average person. But when she smiles, like it's just oh my god, it's like it's radiant, you know? But you wouldn't look at her face and say, "Oh, that's a really pretty girl." You have to like look at her in motion. And that's even a personal taste thing. Like I think that's amazing. Like the best smile I've ever seen in my whole life. But I had nurses look at her pictures. She goes, "Nah, it's a 6 out of 10." I'm like, "Wow, really?" Because I think that's a 9, a 10, 12. I think when she smiles, it's like heaven, you know? I mean, I don't know what it is. And so like when she couldn't smile anymore because she was so stressed out, it all broke down, right? But I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like the imperfect. Like, my architect was saying that too. My architect. The more I study from GPT, I realize this guy's a genius. I picked the right architect. He's really good. I should have given him more credit. He did a lot of good shit for my building, honestly. I wish I could find him. I don't know how he is, man. But he may be like health wise, he may be like I don't know. But man, he was a smart dude. Like I don't mean like brainy smart. I mean like he can touch the divine, so to speak. The imperfections being it's true. When you complete something, we're done. Like the ending of a movie where everyone lives happily ever after. We're done. Next, right? So life is not about living in the perfection. It's about chasing the perfection. That's what it is. It's about chasing it. It's not about living in it. Living in it is absolutely dreary. It is without the imperfection, the spark of life is dead, honestly. And so it is what you do every day, for sure, is what brings the joy. It doesn't have to be economic value. It doesn't have to be. It only has to have value to you. I think this is so true. I don't know. I think it stems from poverty. I'm thinking, why are my parents so obsessed with money, money? Well, in a world where money is so scarce that people have to live in absolute, like, depraved, like, conditions on the street, dirty. I don't know. Like, just, I don't even want to think about it. I don't think there's anything good about this. To see humans living in abhorrent conditions. This should just, it is, of course, a noble goal to bring that so that when we think, oh, we fucked up in life, the game over is not so harsh. You know, you go back to a baseline. It's okay. You go back to like a nice little standard unit of living, not the apartment, please. Not that. Come on, we can do better than that. Come on, man. It should be a point where, like, you know how nowadays, if you want like a decent banana, it's not that hard to get. You want like the juiciest banana in the world, okay? But the basic one's just pretty good. Well, let's move like housing to that category, where the basic one is just good enough for most people. You know, like your average person would say, I don't know, I like the standard housing. It's nice, you know. You decorate it with it's just got this, you know. I'm happy with the size. And what is a standard unit? I don't know. Look, the thing is the congregation of people in a city center. Well, that's all well and good. I don't think that's necessary. There's a lot of land out there that no one wants to live in, precisely because they feel left out of the action, right? Who wants to live in the boonies? Well, let's change that. I don't know. What about like high-speed transport? Like, please, let's solve this problem. Is that what Musk is going about with his underground shit? His boring company? It's very difficult, though. Teleporters. Jesus, from Star Trek? Man, Star Trek nailed all the right shit back in, you know, the tablets, the AI, the transporter, whatever you call it. Well, that's really dangerous shit. It's a lot of energy required. You know, the other thing is, do we have to physically be close to each other all the time? I don't see why. It's like, I mean, I don't know why I treat it like a problem to be solved. That's the whole point, though. That's how my brain works. These are all great problems to be solved, not by me. Just that I want to see them solved for whatever reason. I don't know where that comes from. That's a mystical, universal truth. When I see a problem, I want to see it solved. I don't know why that is. It's like, you know, it, Ishikawa was right. Oh, that's my architect's name. I mean, like, if your room is absolutely perfect, it's boring because you have nothing to do anymore in it. I mean, you live in it, but I mean, like, it's always more fun when you spot, oh, hey, I can upgrade this corner. And that gives you that spark that, you know, for like a week, you know? Like, that's great. That's just wonderful, isn't it? Anyway, getting ahead of myself. xcode 26, agently coding, it's crazy. You know, I realized, you know why you can't make a game in one day? Because the rate of thought doesn't go that fast. At least not for me, okay? Like, can you define every corner of a game in one day, even if you had lightning fast typing speed? I think your rate of thought becomes a limiting factor here. It's exhausting. Typing one query into, like, the agently coding, it requires all my brain power. Honestly, it's a very mentally fronted, like, high load action that I could not do if someone else was in the room. Honestly, I had to be absolutely alone, lost my own thoughts, and just completely focused. It's shaping a world in your mind and describing it with as little friction as possible. But you have to be verbose about the things that are needed to describe. You can't let the computer assume shit, because you'll have a misunderstanding. You'll get half of what you want, half what the computer thinks you want. If you want to see it the way you see it, you got to describe it exactly the way you see it. And that is what directors, project managers, artists, they all have this thing, right? Where they can see what they want to make, but they can't really touch it. They can't really, like, materialize it. That's where the AI is really good and can be an amazing tool in the right hands, and absolutely, like, it will deter you. It will lead you astray if you don't know what you're doing. So there's a huge divide there. It's not a magical wand that creates shit for you out of thin air, even though it seems that way sometimes. The more descriptive you are, the better it gets. And some of the images it creates is unbelievable. Like, you know, I don't know I can't complain. And one thing I think is really good at digital art, like pixel art, simple reason. It's quantized. Exactly what it specializes in, right? Probably would have a harder time with, like, very analog-ish, like, works of masterpiece works of art, like, you know, Mona Lisas and shit like that. It'd probably have a really hard time with that kind of stuff, you know. You know, when I was younger, I thought going to art museums would be stupid, but actually, it could be an interesting experience if it wasn't so crowded with tourists, honestly. Whose only goal there is just to selfie themselves to show the world, hey, I was here, I did this. Um, that is kind of silly, honestly. That is vanity x vanity, like crazy shit, man. Um, you ever see the Love Disorderly that was featured in Equalizer 3? Oh man, that's a great fucking music video. That music is really good. And you have one scene where like all these Chinese people are like packing into like the Louvre or something, and all they're doing, they're not even looking at the art anymore. They just go in, rapidly take a selfie, and leave. They're, it's clear as day. Their objective is simply, I was here, I'm baller, let's go. Not, why do people come here? The purpose has been twisted over time because economies of attention, fame, you matter because you have likes. It's shifted that direction way too far. And that, I think, is what's the key difference between the 90s, 80s, and today is that we measure worth through likes, bank account figures. I'm guilty of this too. And that's it. And it's fine. It's not a bad metric, but it's twisted because it rewards people who know how to get attention. That's it. Don't have to tell you there, man. But AI is about to uproot this dynamic. I'm pretty sure of this. It won't destroy it outright, but it's going to shift it back the other way. Look, yesterday I was talking about advertisers. If you were like an advertiser, aren't you like a bit like panicked? What if you can't bribe OpenAI? No, seriously. Like, my Google searches have dropped by at least 70%. If I made 100 Google searches, okay, that's exaggeration. If I made like 50 today I make like 3. Honestly, I don't even go to Google. When I look at Google now, my impression is garbage. Honestly, Google search is garbage. When I type something in Google search, it's just junk. I don't know about you, man. I never use Google search anymore. I don't. It's just not. The information is low quality, usually filled with ads, misleading shit. Okay, so let's unpack this. Okay, ads are basically some dude out there wants a piece of your mind, of your attention. They want to direct your thought. Tell me I'm wrong about this. It's an invasion of the sovereignty of your mind. That's why I fucking hate it. Okay? If I don't want to hear it, why are you stuffing it in my face? I'll never like advertisers. I'm sorry. I know they drive economies of the world, but fuck them, honestly. I don't know. If I'm going to pick an enemy, it's advertising. And anyone who works in that field, the hubris that you have for trying to think that you can manipulate or... Now, if it was to inform the world of your product, that's one thing. Or entertain is fine too. I don't mind the entertain angle too. Either inform or entertain. Yeah? So, it's so low key, it's almost like in itself, it's like a little movie in of itself. Something I wouldn't even mind watching on YouTube. Okay? But they're not like that, are they? Often the entertainment content is pretty low. And it's mistimed and contextually like kind of iffy. And you know what? A lot of times, all it sends the message to me is, well, you were that desperate to spend money to advertise it. You know, I know OpenAI doesn't really advertise through channels like that. They don't have to. They don't have to. They let word of mouth do all the work. When someone lets word of mouth do all the work, you know they're worth something, right? Intrinsically, usually. So, in any case, what the fuck is an advertiser going to do about OpenAI or any other AI engine for that matter? You see, as you don't have to look so... One of the biggest pulls of AI is that it's not polluted by advertiser content like the internet was back in, 2000. This is, though, concerning because we all know how Google transformed from 2000 to 2025. Took 20 years. Fuck the ad companies. Honestly, fuck them. I honestly hate those motherfuckers. But hey, it's fine. Everyone needs an enemy in this world, okay? They're trying their best. If I'm dealing with OpenAI, $1 billion. 30. I'll loan 30 billion. Because if you had your little dirty fingers in OpenAI, do you know how much sales you can get by manipulating thought? It's true. OpenAI has a huge leverage on manipulating thought if we trust it. Trust is a valuable currency going forward. Holy. If information we get on the net shapes who we are, trust is now a huge asset that you just will never give up. So OpenAI, I'm thinking OpenAI, do I take the money and run? But you see, when NVIDIA is there courting you with $30 billion investments, how can ad companies even match up? What are they going to offer, $30 billion? They can't get ROI on that, right? They can't. I think if I'm an ad company, I'm sweating. Okay? If I have a kid growing up, they want to work in advertising? Oh, that's the worst. You know what? I swear to God, this sounds like... If my daughter can be a healthy porn star, I don't want to watch that shit, though. It's preferable to working at a fucking large ad agency, I swear to God, to me. At least you're making people happy out there. Seriously. If the porn industry disappeared overnight, I'd be stressed out like as fuck. If ads disappeared overnight, holla yua. Seriously, holla fucking yua. Now we can honestly look at products without their fucking noise. They're like shouting in your face all the time. Yo, look at us. That's annoying as hell. Seriously. But not in a violent way, of course, that porn stuff, Just normal ways, please. You get my point. I don't know why anyone wants to work for Dentsu or those kind of stupid companies that... I'm sorry, I'll stop. Holy shit, when I hear ads, something inside me, like a fire lights up inside me. I want to just bash someone in their head. It's that bad, honestly. It's that bad. And one of my favorite characters, Chandler Bing and Friends, he ended up working for advertising. Oh. Agendas. It's other people's agendas, right? Oh, the hubris. Seriously. To impose your agenda on someone else explicitly like that. It's enraging. It's one of the reasons I don't want to go out in the world anymore. I like what I have now. It's like a shell, A shell. What's more important, a new iPhone or never having to deal with other people's bullshit ever again? What's more valuable? You tell me. I'll keep harping on people buying new iPhones every year until they stop doing it. I heard it again from a CS professor making a video about coding. He's a coder. I think it was the new tech. I was looking at the new MacBooks M5 for development, and he was saying that he knows a lot of people, his students. This is a third person. So we have my friend Charlie, Galen, and now this guy who says there are actually quite a few surprising people who just keep going to the iPhone store keep buying new iPhone models every year. I understand it. Thank you. Because without them, Apple doesn't get paid, and I don't get my shiny new xcode environment for free. But God, that's whatever. I guess because since I benefit, I don't want to complain. I do benefit. I don't know, man. It's like that. I'll stop on that one because honestly, I benefit. There's no way Apple could pay the people to develop the xcode agently without sales of iPhones being so high. And I even own Apple stock now. It's such a weird. It's morally, not morally. It's silly to buy a new phone every year. I'll put it this way. I wish Apple could come up with a revenue model that's not dependent on people buying excessive phones every year. Let's put it that way. All right? That's it. I mean, they can use their imagination in some way. I don't know. Some way. I have no idea. That's excessive. All the rare earths that go into those fucking phones. Just minimize that shit. You don't maximize it, minimize it. People need them. Just minimize it. That's it, And find other ways to get creative revenue streams. I don't know. Animated world economy needs to slow down, okay? It's way too like wasteful sometimes, you know? We gotta advance. I'm not saying we should like stop, but we've got to advance in the right ways. You know, you realize that even on a personal level, when you code xcode, it's taking electricity on my computers, on OpenAI servers. If you make the wrong queries again and again and again, it's a learning experience. I get it, but you don't learn, and you keep doing that, you're wasting everything here. Like it's stupid. Anyway, I guess this is also stupid too. It's just basically junk on a. It's not that bad though. In the grand scheme of things, the amount of universal energy required to store this data and log it on one of YouTube's servers, nothing. I think it's nothing. How efficient tech has become over the years, this is nothing. I think, but in any case, the journey continues with AI. Um, I can't wait to see what it can produce. I think the next big thing I'm looking for in short term, I'm looking forward to making music with descriptions, like the way with Xcode. I want that shit in Final Cut Pro and GarageBand. Apple, please. I know they're working on it. They're working on it. I guarantee it. Because if they're the first to market with that kind of stuff, whoo, that's one hell of a lock-in. I tell you what, I was going to buy a new PC for gaming and stuff. No. Can't justify it now. I want a new Mac. Oh, I got to go balls deep on this development thing. I mean, I need faster compile times. Anyway, I'm getting suckered in. But that wraps it up for now. Back to coding. And